Season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pregame meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors, the talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. Paul out there with Thompson. And it's Cousins in at the center position.
Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian. You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
Well, the big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Game 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in Game 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's stolen by Curry. It's stolen by Green. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Curry against Paul. Green, the screen. Thompson, left side. Back to Durant. Cousins with a screen on Anthony. 5 to shoot over Anthony. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Anthony against Durant. Poked loose. Capella kicks to Curry. There's a screen by Chris. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And looking deeper at some postseason numbers, here's a look at the distribution of 3-point and 2-point shot attempts for the Warriors.
And not too much leaning in either direction. They take shots from range, they take it inside, not getting locked into one pattern, and I think that's one reason why they have such a good flow offensively.
Warriors trail by 3, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. A shot by Paul, nobody around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Paul's got 5.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Anthony's pull-up shot is lethal, guys. Exceptional at shooting while in rhythm.
Knocked away. Cousins, the pass to Paul. Shoots over Curry. Paul with the buckets. 7 points in the game.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Anthony sets the pick for Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Paul against Curry. Paul right side. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jumper off the screen. It's rebounded by Houston. Here matched up against the Golden State Warriors is how they're going to tip off the new season.
And they won the season series last year against this club, but fell to them in the postseason.
And Greg, when it really counted, they came up short. But it's another season and a chance here to gain confidence in this matchup.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Harden against Thompson. Cousins with a screen on Harden. Thompson. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Harden.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And that one goes long.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
That's good from Chris.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018. And his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Paul outside. Screen by Cousins. And Thompson kicks to Cousins. Paul outside. Offline with his 3. And it's interesting, isn't it? Isolation, one-on-one basketball has lost favor league-wide, but Harden flips that logic on its head.
Yeah, it can still be a little frustrating to watch at times, Kevin, but it reminds me a bit of the way that Steph Curry changed the definition of a good shot, his deep range and marksmanship from long distance. Now more and more players are shooting it from that deep. Harden is changing the definition of a good possession because he's just so talented at making the toughest shots look easy.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. In the NBA, Clark, great offense sometimes overcomes great defense. The fadeaway jumper, an example of one of the more unstoppable shots players make.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you think of guys like Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James. Dirk's was so unorthodox, and at his size, just impossible to get to his shot when he stepped away from you. And LeBron has mastered it with his athleticism and strength. I mean, he'll fade away and fade 8-10 feet away from you and still get that shot off. So those two guys, I mean, if you're talking about major fadeaways currently in the last decade. I don't think you can find anybody that can top them.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Man showing some terrific range. 9 points for Steph Curry.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Thompson against Harden, and Thompson gets it to go.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
Pass to Nene. Outside Curry. To the inside. Kicks it out to Gordon. That three off the mark. Warriors trail by 13. Here's Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Gerald Green in for James Harden. Golden State also making some changes. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And he makes both free throws. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none, but I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Jerebko's checked in for Draymond Green.
Jonas Jerebko.
Iguodala against Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Curry on the wing. Takes a three. Doesn't go for him. And Golden State will come the other way. Iguodala with it. Jerebko the screen. Iguodala the pass to Paul. To the paint. He's looking for Bell and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Gotta respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Curry gets the bucket.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Here's Paul. That's another miss, number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Gordon. He feeds it to Nene. Paul against Curry. Nene setting the pick for Curry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Outside Gordon. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Curry with the three, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Paul outside. softly drops in the floater. Paul's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. The drive by Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 15 points for Steph Curry. Jerebko the screen. And Bell kicks to Iguodala. Over to the wing. There's the pick. Paul outside. Bell with a screen on Curry. Again, the miss by Paul.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Curry. Here's Tucker. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
And here's Livingston. The pass to Paul. Shoots over Curry. So as we end the first quarter, already it's a lot of help with this team.
And that's why he signed with the Warriors. But even with all their talent, you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence, in rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
You've got Ennis. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Gordon, and it's Green in at the two guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul.
Here's Bell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
And a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. Bell reminds me of a younger Draymond Green, a prospect on the rise.
Gordon with the screen for Green. To the middle, tipped away. Fires, high post. No good that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. To the middle, here's Tucker. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Livingston passes to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 16. It's good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Nene against Bell. Nene kicks to Ennis. Over in the corner, Green. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 11. Iguodala outside. Pass to Jerebko. Now here's Livingston, guarded by Green. Off the screen, off the left rim and out. Houston leading by 11. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And the basket is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
Chris kicks to Capella. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Anthony, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Pass to Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Livingston.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harden kicks to Anthony. Jacks up a three. Anthony missing again.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Houston leading by 8. Harden the pass to Capella. Here's Chris. Here's a screen by Chris. Here's Ennis. No good off the back of the rim. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And Green gets it to go.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Houston's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harden kicks to Anthony. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Livingston passes to Durant. Here's Green. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
And the second free throw, good. Warriors trail by 8. Green, the screen. Durant kicks to Green. Now here's Livingston. T right on him. Green, the screen. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Steph Curry's checked in for the Rockets. Thompson for the triple. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Durant against Anthony. It's stolen by Green. Now Thompson. He's got 5. Here's Livingston. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Screen by Cousins. Lock at 6. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. 4th, Klay Thompson.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Just 4 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Anthony against Durant. Chris pass to Capella. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Here's Cousins. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Anthony with the bucket.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Back to Livingston. Cousins with a screen on Curry. Livingston again, Golden State.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Thompson against Harden. Anthony sets the pick for Harden. Passes to Carmelo. Over Durant. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Livingston, guarded by Curry. Now here's Livingston. 6 points for him. From deep, Green. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. It's Anthony with the drive. He can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Green.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Curry kicks to Anthony. Feeds back. Anthony missing again. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Durant. And the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Anthony. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Let's take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. Great showing for him last season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Chris. And Golden State also making a change. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
On its way from Curry for 2. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Feeds to Durant. Stolen by Gordon. Inside, it's stolen by Green. Paul kicks to Durant. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor. Rockets leading by 4. Outside Gordon. Here's Nene. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Muscle Nene brings on both ends. Man, he knows how to use it, too. A guy you don't want to fool around with at all.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Green in for James Harden. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
He feeds it to Iguodala. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Iguodala's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
And he makes that one. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Paul against Curry. Here is Paul. 15 points in the game. Kicks it to Cousins. That's tipped. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for you now. The start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Warriors trail by 4. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, down low, it's Green and Cousins. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. And it's Paul in at the point.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Rockets. Paul kicks to Green. Good on the 13-footer.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Curry outside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
It's Durant on the wing. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 10 points for Klay Thompson.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, defended by Durant. Anthony drawing the double team, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Harden, deflected by Thompson, and they'll keep possession. And the jumper is good. Harden's got 8 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Ball against Curry. Paul outside. Cousins with a screen for Durant. Over Anthony. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Harden way outside. No good with the triple.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Cousins. And now just a 3-point Rocket lead. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Timeout called the Rockets.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and penalized fast. And kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
Curry kicks to Anthony. Capella with a screen on Durant. Capella the pass to Curry. And he gets it to go. He's got 5.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
That one falls. And that's 20 points for Kevin Durant.
Guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Anthony. Harden outside. The tray. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Warriors trail by 6. Green the screen. Green with a screen for Thompson. Looks for Paul. Gets it to him. No good off the front iron.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Capella with a screen on Paul. Curry can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Cousins throws it down.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
Harden kicks to Anthony. Back to Harden. The pass to Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice D from Cousins. Warriors trail by 4. Now the dish to Paul. Over Curry. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Paul's got 17 now.
You know, he does it easily, and it's really smooth the way he scores. Paul's form and release on the shot, really about as good as it gets.
It's Curry outside. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Paul. Again, Golden State. Curry with it. He's got 26. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete.
Ennis is checked in. Bell, checked in for Golden State. Urebko comes in for Draymond Green. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Durant. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Chris Paul. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Here's Thompson. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Paul passes to Thompson. Outside Durant. Jerebko the screen. Back to Thompson. And the rejection by Harden. Steps back and fires. Again, the Rockets score. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Durant. Houston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Anthony sets the pick for Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Here's Thompson. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Chris kicks to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Scoring at an efficient clip tonight. Melo in that zone.
Outside Durant. Pass to Thompson. Bell with a screen on Harden. Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his...
P.J. Tucker comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Ennis. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Curry. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. And it's Gordon penetrating. Sinks that one from the post. Gordon's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Nene with the screen on Durant. And Tucker kicks to Harden. Nene setting the pick for Harden. 5 on the clock. And another 3 for Houston.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Thompson passes to Durant. Back to Thompson. Here's the screen. Pass to Paul. From 13, and the shot goes in. Paul's got 23.
I think because Paul's had to play against bigger competition his whole life, he's become really good at scoring, even with the hand right in his face. He just has a way of being able to score against tough D.
Now, here's Tucker. T right on him. Nene setting the pick for Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Bell. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense there by Nene. To the middle. And Green slams it in. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Harden kicks to Nene. Now here's Tucker, defended by Durant. Tucker dishes to Nene. And that one, good. Nene's got 6 points. Warriors trail by 8. Iguodala, the pass to Durant. Down low. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
Free throw good from Harden.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
To the inside, Bell trying to break loose. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Pass to Tucker. 56 seconds left in the third. Baseline try, and the shot is long. Warriors trail by 8. And here's Livingston. 6 points for him, and the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Now the pass to Livingston. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. That one wide left. Green against Paul. Green kicks to Nene. Pass to Harden. Nene with the screen on Iguodala. Gordon for 3. That shot misses. And so it's Houston with their lead standing its effort on the defensive end.
And it's been there so far. Coach knows they can score, but they have got to defend better.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. Nene is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Paul against Harden. Cousins. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And, you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
Green against Paul. Poked loose. Rockets leading by 4. The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Iguodala against Green. And there's the call on Nene. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Cousins with a screen for Paul. Stolen by Harden.
And how about no turnovers here in the second half, making sure they get a quality possession every time down the floor.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands, and I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
Back to Paul. Green, the screen. Cousins with a screen on Harden. Paul is doubled. Shot clock at 6. Green kicks to Paul. And the rejection by Harden.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Beyond the arc, buries the long-range jumper. And now a 9-point Houston lead.
And you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
Cousins with a screen for Paul. Back to Green. Screen by Cousins. The drive by Green. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Harden the pass to Capella. Now Cousins. Here's Iguodala. Misses from short range. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. Or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
And Capella, a mobile, rim-running big man. The Rockets feel Clark, he's the prototype center for their system.
Well, you think about it, Kevin. He's still in his early 20s. He's a starting center on a powerhouse team. And I think he's their third most important player.
Paul kicks to Thompson. Back to Paul. Green, the screen. Now here's Paul. Outside, Green. Capella against Cousins. And Curry pulls it down.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Releases. Again, the Rockets score.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Screen by Cousins. Paul kicks to Iguodala. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Gordon. Shot from 12. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Cousins.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
It's Curry outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
Puts it up from 15. Anthony can't hit.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Thompson against Gordon. Back to Curry. Inside, and the dunk by Capella. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 17 rebounds.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Now, this is more like it. 9 points formed from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Screen by Capella. Anthony against Iguodala. Anthony, the pass to Gordon. Over Thompson. A second chance effort, and Capella with the layup.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Thompson right side. Over Gordon. Thompson misses. Gordon against Thompson. Outside Gordon. Down low. Here's Capella. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Here's Green. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
There's a screen by Chris. Here's Curry. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Warriors trail by 14. Green kicks to Paul. Here's Thompson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Gordon with it. Picked up by Thompson. Pass to Anthony. And here's Chris. Three-pointer. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
James Harden. He's checked in for Gordon. And the Warriors also making a change. Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Paul passes to Cousins. Out to Thompson. Passes to Paul. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And that one's good, Anthony.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
And stolen by Chris. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got 31. Warriors trail by 13. Paul kicks to Durant. And the pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paul. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Curry. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
That's good from Anthony.
And just...
So it's the Warriors now. They trail by 16. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Paul against Curry. Harden kicks to Anthony. Capella trying to free himself up. Tries again, and the nice bucket inside from Anthony. Anthony's got 36.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the boards.
Paul passes to Cousins. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Puts it up from 17, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Harden. Anthony's got 38 points.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
And Durant gets it to go.
It's the length of Durant that helps him in the interior. He's just a polished forward who scores with ease. Almost impossible to stop.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Houston.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Harden kicks to Anthony. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Marquise Chris. Ennis, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Gerald Green in for Curry. That free throw good from Anthony. And it's Golden State's ball. 17-point game. Jerebko kicks to Cook. Here's Bell. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
One shot.
A free throw drops for Bell. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Pass to Green. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here is Cook. Launches it. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.